Hello and welcome to the Indian Diaspora and Fijian Diaspora TV. I'm Satish Rai, and today my guest is a very familiar person around Sydney. This is Dr Anil Kumar. Welcome to the show, Doc.
It's a pleasure, Dr. Satish Rai. Thank you very much for having me on the program, and I'm quite excited about the questions you're about to ask me.
Okay, well, the audience knows that now the doc has got the questions, and is only right because I'm going to ask him some very important questions. And to let you know, we're continuing with the series on FISCAA, and especially the event which FISCAA is organizing or has organized to mark the Independence Day of Fiji on 11th of October. Doc, first of all, let's inform our audience why FISCAA has organized this event.
Sure, Dr. Rai. Well, first of all, be reminded that Fiji gained its independence from the British Raj in 1970. 1970 ke 10 October, 10th of October. Our event is actually on the 11th because the 10th is a Friday. Yeah. It is going to be held at the Granville Town Hall from 7 p.m. with a 7:30 p.m. sharp start.
And you have managed to get some of the finest artists from Sydney,
correct,
to perform on this day.
Correct.
Please tell a bit more about them, who they are and what they are going to do, what sort of entertainment the audience will experience that evening.
Right, together with the assistance of yourself and a few other hard-working members, we have been able to rope together some of the big names in entertainment in not only Sydney but all over Australia and the South Pacific. Leading the charge will be Mr. Rakesh Maharaj and Pupinder Mintu, they are our leading artists. Together with Mr. Vijay Jogia, and we have Sunanda, we have Naz Khan, and we also have Priya Das. And somewhere in the background will be myself, just threading everything together.
Let's not forget Jeet.
Of course, we're also going to have Biswajit, and also a gentleman called Roseth. And there will be a few other newcomers as well who will be making a debut on the night.
And I guess I understand it's going to be a combination of classical, semi-classical entertainment plus the Bollywood type of rock.
Yes, what I have done this time around, as you know, I'm quite experienced in organizing functions.
Of course.
You may recall the big function that I oversaw back in the late 90s.
Yes.
Yeah, a year before the Olympics at Bonneridge Sports Centre, and that was quite a successful function.
Are you referring to the Gurmeet Divas?
No. The Gurmeet was the one that you organised, but the one before that at Bonneridge, under the auspices of FISCAA.
Yes.
So what I have done, I have actually requested that all the artists this time around select their own songs.
Okay.
So they will be performing their own favourite numbers. We're also going to have a guest tabla player. Mr. Pandit Ramchandra Suman. He will be playing some classical tabla.
Very
pieces.
Experienced and well-known artist.
And teacher.
And teacher, yes.
He also teaches the art of tabla. We're going to have a classical dance, a Bollywood dance as well. We're going to have something different. I have arranged a didgeridoo player.
Wow.
To play live on stage, and we're hoping to do a fusion between tabla and didgeridoo, so we'll see how that goes.
And I'm told the admission is only $20, and all this entertainment is more than enough for that price, but you have also included the sumptuous Fiji style logo. Yes.
Yes. For those of you who are obviously watching in the diaspora and globally, a lovo in New Zealand is called a hangi. It is basically a sumptuous feast of meat and vegetables which is cooked underground on hot stones. So the food is all wrapped hygienically in aluminium foil, so don't panic, we will not end up giving you food poisoning or anything. So that's called a lovo in Fiji. In effect, Manlia Jaiki FISCAA is subsidizing a little bit of the function at $20. It is a very cheap 4 hours of entertainment with a meal, together with, as our President has mentioned previously, Mr. Awindra Prasadji, we are going to have arrangements for vegetarians as well.
Yeah, let's get back to Lovo. Back many years ago in London, when we used to do Fiji Day celebration, the Lovo would be cooked on the spot, right, for 3-4 hours, and all the guests will then participate in, or watch taken out, opening and everything. But this is not happening here.
No, I think we're going to have a Lovo for up to maybe 200 people, so I think the logistics are not going to be justified. Yes.
The council would not let us dig a hole that big.
And there's fire risks and other hazards which have to be contended with.
And the function also, there'll be drinks sold as well, and if there are drinks, then we also have to be careful about security. So
we have arranged professional uniformed security, so any family function we have to ensure that people drink responsibly and drive home without being over the limit. Plus we are going to ensure that the family night goes smoothly and uneventfully. So we are going to have uniformed security present, just to ensure that everybody is having a good time.
And I'm led to believe that there will be concession for children?
Children aged 12 years and under, the executive has decided to allow them free entry. Yes, Dr. Rai.
Okay, so and the food, I suppose they may have to buy, or is it included? Or
the $20 includes the meal, so that you're not going to be paying extra. You will be paying for your drinks, obviously.
Yes.
So $20, which is a very reasonable charge.
But FISCAA will provide some water and cold soft drinks as well.
We will be providing some complimentary water and soft drinks, and we'll also have a grog bowl for our folks who like the jadi buti.
Yeah, the brown label will be there.
Brown label will be there.
And now to where, now when, and all those basic information, where is going to take place?
Yes. Your magazine is actually covered, if I may show the ad, it has quite nicely covered all the details. So as I said, 7:30 p.m. It's at Granville Town Hall, Carlton Street, Granville, New South Wales. Doors open 7 p.m. and we will be kicking off 7:30 p.m. sharp.
And we're coming to the end to this episode, and in next episode we'll have the past president, the immediate past president, and the patron speaking as well. But before we go, Doc, you're very passionate about FISCAA and the aims and objectives of FISCAA. So would you like to say final words about your thoughts?
Yes, recently, unfortunately, some of our more senior members have shied away from attending or supporting the organization that they themselves spearheaded in the 1980s, early 1990s. I was a bit of a latecomer, so I would like to ask our senior members to come back on board, and I would ask some of the younger PD ke log jo hai, younger generation, to come and join up. It's only $5. Join the executive, have a say in your cultural and social organization, which is FISCAA. Make a difference and basically clear the path for the next generation, because we will be dead and gone in 30 years time,
yes,
more or less. So I'm thinking about leaving a legacy behind, and we do need a peak organization. And sadly, if I may say so without stepping on anybody's feet, a lot of our organizations are political and religious based. We want something that will be separate, while at the same time it does encompass politics and social aspects of our life. Because we do have lots of social problems in Sydney arising from the very fact that we are migrants.
Yes.
And we do need a peak body where we can have a center and then we can have a secretariat, and for that we need numbers, because nothing works without dollars.
Also, our migration was not planned, it was forced, thrust upon us in
1987, the events of 1987.
And our community is not just in Sydney or in Australia, it's scattered all over the place, so we need...
FISCAA was born out of the traumatic events of 1987. People saw a need for a core peak organization where they could get together, bring the families together, have cultural and traditional functions, as well as a forum for discussing social issues.
Because the trauma continues. The last year alone, as far as I know, there were roughly 10 suicides in and around Liverpool.
That's just in our Indo-Fijian community.
Yes. So the trauma continues, and Doc, I think is very crucial that we have a vibrant and strong peak organization like FISCAA.
Agreed.
Okay, we will discuss this more later
Mm-hmm.
on, now that we have started. But for today, thanks for coming, Dr. Anil.
Thank you, Dr. Rai. It was an absolute pleasure, and we are hoping that we will have a house full. We do have a limited number of tickets,
Yes.
250 only, and I believe about half have gone.
Yeah, so do hurry up, and as Doc says, you know, don't wait to turn up at the door. There might not be tickets remaining, and you are going to miss out on a great entertainment and even greater food.
Food, and of course Rai Vision is making a special presentation, of which I'm not going to make a mention. It's a surprise item, which includes an original item to commemorate the ancestors of ours from the good Girmiti era.
Well, you let the cap not out, but the whiskers are out.
The whiskers are out. The whiskers are twitching.
Yes.
So please come down. There will be a short review and a short film, plus an original presentation, and that's all I'm going to let out. Just the whiskers.
Just before you go, forgot, there will be addresses from some respected members of our community.
It is only part and parcel that any function of this nature also incorporates some keynote speakers who will then evaluate and divulge further what the organization is all about.
Yeah, but this speech is really very short. So
short and sweet.
Short and sweet. So please be there. Contact FISCAA. Details will be on the screen. And once again, thank you, Dr. Anil, for coming here.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you, Dr. Rai.
And it's goodbye from me, Satish Rai.
Thank you for having me.